welcome to Confessions of an Active Duty Single Mom. I don't know why I always do this, but it's gonna keep happening, so get with it. I'm Shannon if you didn't know, and it is Single Mom Sunday. So yeah, I thought it would be interesting to do a mommy tag for this Single Mom Sunday. And so, if you wanna, I found like a list of, I think it's like 20 questions, just about mom crap. Aluna's back there watching Moana. If you were wondering what the noise was, ignore it. But yeah, if you wanna hear my answers about being a mama, stick around. All right, so our first question: how old were you when you had your first child? I was 24, about to be 25. I had her last February, and my birthday is April 20th. So yeah, 24. What was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I think the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months for me was actually staying pregnant for 9 months, because I didn't. Yeah, I was only pregnant for 7, but what can you do? So yeah, that was the hardest part, I guess, was staying pregnant. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? Sleeping. Oh God, taking naps just whenever I felt like it. Oh, I just think about, I was like the sleepiest thing too. I slept all the time. Because I hired a cleaning lady because I was on bed rest. And I would just take naps because my house was just clean all the time. And I ate grilled cheese sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that was really it, because I couldn't eat anything else. I would just sleep. But yeah, I miss it. R.I.P. to nap time. Okay. So in your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? So because my circumstances are kind of different, I'd say, but yeah, because my circumstances are kind of different, I'd say it was way off. Again, yeah, I was only pregnant for 7 months. I had my daughter at 29 weeks, which is not when you're supposed to have kids. But yeah, and I didn't labor at all. Yeah, I had contractions, but I didn't actually labor. And I guess the things that I had to do because my baby was coming that early were very different than what I was told. Because they don't assume that you're gonna have a preemie, they just assume you're gonna have a full-term baby. So they explain, like in all your baby classes, they explain having a full-term baby. But I didn't. So yeah, and I had a crash C-section because she was breached. And yeah, that was, I guess, different. It actually wasn't bad. I was kind of like, but I guess everybody's different. I kind of like I didn't like it, but like, I didn't really have a hard time. So yeah. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? No, honestly. I think I rocked it. I was alone until about 30 minutes before my baby came out. I was able to, while they're giving me the magnesium, because they give you a loading dose of magnesium prior to the baby coming out for brain function or brain development. So while they're giving me the magnesium, they were like, you have 30 minutes to get somebody here. And I called my friend, and I was like, please, she was at work, which was actually like about 35 minutes away. And I was like, hey, Hazel, can you please get me here? I was like, they're taking Aluna out. I don't know what's happening. They're taking the baby out though right now. And she like did some legal stuff to get down this road, and she made it as they were putting my epidural in my back. So no, I stayed really calm and collected until the minute Hazel walked into the theater, and then I started crying. But yeah, I don't know. I think I handled it really well for the circumstances. But yeah. What would be your advice for someone who's about to have a baby? This is about to be a lengthy one. I guess on the standpoint of childbirth, you can have a birth plan, but just be flexible. Yeah, just be flexible. Do whatever you have to do to get your baby out healthy. If that means that you have to be on bed rest and just lay down, lay down. If that means that, you know, you really plan to have a natural birth and things are going wrong and they now have to have a C-section, don't be upset. Just whatever's gonna get your baby out healthy, and it's not as scary as it, you know, as it seems. Yeah, on the standpoint of like having, like, preparing for your child, don't buy a diaper warmer, a wipe warmer. Stupid. That's it. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? I'll say that most of motherhood is a two-person job. Most of, well, not motherhood, but like parenthood is a two-person job. It definitely is. And there's a lot of indications that I like stop sometimes and I'm like, I now know why this is meant for two people. Now, granted, I'm handling it, obviously. You know, you do what you have to do to keep your kid happy and healthy and alive. It's just like relaxing back there. Don't ignore my laundry. But, yeah. Yeah, but, I think that's the hardest part, is not having the help. Now, you know, you lean on who you can lean on, but being away from my family, because they will live in Virginia, and well, my parents live in Virginia, my sister lives in Texas, and I'm obviously in England. Yeah, being over here and having like my circle is more of a line. It's very small, and yeah, I think that is the hardest part, is the lack of support from, you know, yeah. I don't think I answered it, but I think I answered it. Yeah. What has been the most rewarding part about being a mom? Seeing how far she can come, seeing how strong she is. That little girl, if I could even begin to explain to you the things that they did to this child in the NICU, and the things that I would just sit there and blubber and cry and watch her, and she just was just there. She was just there. And she just, you know, she came out at 29 weeks, and she only really needed CPAP for a day, which is like unheard of. And she was almost 4 pounds, which is unheard of. And she was just a feeder girl. She figured out, she stayed in the NICU for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. And she just, I don't know, she continues to surprise me every single day, her development. And now she's gigantic. She's 25 pounds and she's a bull in a china shop. And you'd never know. And she just has developed into something that, if I tell people that she is a preemie, they're like, okay. Yeah. So that's been cool. Yeah. What was the most just surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? The most surprising thing? Ooh, got it. The most surprising thing about being a mom is that your baby's poop doesn't smell that bad. Other baby's poop is gross. It's gross. But your baby's poop, I mean, it's just, she could literally poop in your hands and you're just like, ew. And then you wipe it off and move on with your day. Or like they throw up in your mouth and you're just like, oh. And you just move on with your day. But like other kids poop, like when I change my friend's baby's diapers, there's just, it just like hits the nose hairs first. But yeah, that's it. What is the best memory you have involving your child? I'd say the first time I held her. She came out. She didn't breathe or she wasn't 100% saturated for 17 minutes. She didn't breathe for the first, I think, 6 minutes, and she was blue, or she was gray and whatever. And then once they started pushing rescue breaths, then she started to become saturated and breathe on her own. But I went to recovery. Obviously, I just saw her. They rolled her by in the incubator, and I just got to see her, and they took her out. And then, yeah, I didn't get to see her until they rolled my hospital bed by her on the way to recovery. And I got to like look in, but I didn't get to hold her until the next day after they pulled my catheter out. So it was like next day she was born at 12:51 on Tuesday. I didn't see her till Wednesday at about 1. So yeah, but by the time I did hold her, it was just like, I felt like I was holding a pile of blankets, and there was just like a little thing in there. I could probably post a picture here so you can see, because it was so cute. She was so tiny, and just her little mask, and oh God, she was so little. But yeah, but as soon as they put her, you know, I like unzipped my sweatshirt so it gives you skin to skin, and I laid her down, and my body just like melted, and I just felt so whole and so complete, and it was great. I just kind of like was like sinking down in the chair because I didn't want to move. I just wanted to like stay there and hold her. But yeah, that was great. What was the most exciting milestone? Walking, man. She just started walking out of nowhere. Because 2 weeks ago she was not walking, and she's literally walking behind me right now. So yeah, that was crazy. She just got up one day randomly and just was like, all right, bye. And now here she comes. Yeah, that was cool. What was the worst thing your child has ever done? I mean, she's a baby, so she like does terrible stuff all the time. Yesterday, she spilled an entire box of corn pops on the floor. What are you doing? Who's gonna clean this up? That pissed me off, because I love corn pops. They're my favorite. Do you share any similarities with your child? Sorry, had to parent. Okay, so the next question is, what habit did you wish your child didn't have? Well, again, she's a baby. She goes in and out of habits. So I guess that's weird to answer. Right now she's in sleep regression and she's super clingy, but quarantine is weird, so I can understand why she's super clingy. So we'll skip that one. What habit of theirs makes you most proud? She's the happiest thing. She smiles all day, and the 2 stupid teeth and the one up there, she's so cute. But yeah, I guess that, because she's a baby. Do you share any similarities with your child? We both got gigantic heads. That's why she was a C-section. We both have gap. Oh yeah, her teeth are coming in and she has a gap. It's so cute. And personality, I would say we're both super stubborn, and you can tell she's got an attitude of the high holy days, and it's crazy. But I don't necessarily have an attitude, but I guess I have an attitude. Some people will tell you I have an attitude. Okay, what is something that having a child has taught you? There's so many things. So many things. I would say the biggest thing she's taught me is that I am enough. That was like my biggest fear. And I was actually talking to my friend the other day, in a video that you will see. And we were talking about like what our fears were, and just being enough for her as the only parent. You know, you want to be able to give them everything that you had and give them everything that they need, and just knowing, you know, just knowing that there's nothing more than she needed than me. Yeah, I learned that. Just my worthiness. Oh, boundaries when it comes to like me and her father. And because of her, I didn't really have the best boundaries with him. And because of her, I'm able to set boundaries, because I'm not maybe not at the place where I'm really good at protecting me, but I would never let anybody hurt her. Emotionally, mentally, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't say physically, because I don't think he would hurt her. But like, I would never let anybody hurt her emotionally. And so it's really helping me kind of set the boundaries with that situation. But yeah. Did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age that you became a mom? I wouldn't say I imagined it. I always hoped that I would be, but I also imagined it very different. I imagine, you know, I feel like nobody ever thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a single mom and have a pregnant, it's gonna be a terrible time at the beginning, and then it's gonna be really sad and blah blah blah. But you know, no, I didn't imagine, but it was like my biggest, you know, hope and dream. And then describe my child in one sentence. She is always right next to me. That's Luna. Always right by my side. In a good way and a bad way. Okay, last question, Luna. How have I changed as a person since becoming your mommy? Yeah, I'm still super impatient. That's getting better. I would say my selflessness has probably come to a point of like, well, I guess in the case of her, it probably has become to a point of unhealthy, because I don't really take care of myself as much as I should. I give to her, whereas before it was about me, always about me. But I guess that's a mom thing. Everybody says that when they become parents. They're like, everything just becomes about my kid and my life is devoted to my child and blah blah blah. So yeah, I would say I started putting other things before. My financial state, my emotional state, my mental state, all of that, I started putting that before, you know, or making it more important. What do I say? Whereas before I used to just drink away all my money. I used to drink so much and just party, and I don't even remember the last time I seen a club, which is fine because gross. And alcohol, I still, you know, wine, but yeah. Yeah. I guess that's it. That's the biggest change. I'm growing up. I'm maturing. I'm blossoming, as you like Cinderella. But yeah, that's it. If you want to see anything else from me, you have any suggestions, let me know. Follow me on Instagram at AD_single mom. That's for active duty _single mom. Or at shenanigan420. I'll plug them down there. Yeah. I will put out videos on Single Mom Sunday, maybe Wednesday. Haven't really decided, but we will see. I've recorded a lot of stuff in the last like few days, so I'll pick a day that seems more feasible to me, and that'll be the day. But yeah, don't ever teach your kid how to say mama because they won't stop. But yeah, that's all I have for you all. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Say bye-bye, Luna. Bye-bye. She wants to say bye. Say bye-bye. Hi. Hi. Say bye. Okay. Bye.